Alexa, Siri, Cortana.
Wait, Cortana is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Cortana. Wait, let me hear.
Cortana.
We'll work on it later.
Close.
Mine was good, though.
No, yours was really good.
Thank you.
But you're Argentinian.
I know, but I still have to practice.
I get it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not jealous. I'm totally fine. But no, I think, so if I may.
Yeah, you may.
So piggybacking off of that, you said at the beginning, like, it's super important to have diversity in tech so that the products that we're putting out are made with a diverse, like,
are made for the people. The
are
people are
people,
diverse.
because the world is a diverse place. And if you're only having one type of person making like AI software, if you're only having one type of person create like facial recognition software or like whatever, it's going to be it's going to be inherently biased. And we've seen that with facial recognition. But I saw this really interesting study on gender bias in like voice assistants. So things like an Alexa or a Siri, Hey Google, stuff like that.
Hey Google.
Hey Google. And here's what I found. So just a little bit of background information. A 2020 Pew Research study found that 36% of parents said children as young of the age of 12 use voice assistants, including 14% of children aged 0 to 2, which, pause, is wild.
Mama.
Like, what could you possibly have to say to a Siri at 0 to 2 years old?
It would be like a 2-year-old, like, Alexa, play WAP.
At a 2-year-old.
I fucking bet.
I'm sure there are some of them. We've all seen those TikTok
find
kids.
A YouTube, yeah.
You
said TikTok, I say YouTube because I'm not with it.
It's okay. You're a woman of an older generation. It's totally fine. And with increased time spent at home during COVID, we're seeing a lot more people invest in smart home devices and also just use them more frequently. So looking back in 2016, a Maxis study found that personal assistant bots were almost entirely female. And their care and personal assistant bots were almost entirely female, while bots in roles characterized as quote-unquote serious business in areas like law or finance were almost entirely voiced by male characters. So you're already starting to see like a gender divide between what roles men and women should fill.
Yeah, ingrained sexism in our robots.
Right. Even more surprising, and by surprising I mean not surprising at all, the study found that the way people interact with those bots varies incredibly differently based on what gender the voice is displaying.
Wait, they
sexually harass their Alexas.
Right, yeah.
Is basically what I'm saying.
Okay, that was basically what I was asking.
Yeah, no. So the foremost common speakers are Alexa, Siri, Cortana, which I don't actually know, and then Google Assistant.
Wait, Cortana is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Cortana. Wait, let me hear.
Cortana.
We'll work on it later.
Close.
Mine was good, though.
No, yours was really good.
Thank you.
But you're Argentinian.
I know, but I still have to practice.
I get it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not jealous. I'm totally fine. So when a study was done in 2017, Quartz found that the Siri, Alexa, Cortana, Google Assistant responses to either flirty or sexual comments, they ended up replying with either ambiguous or thankful responses. Like, people would say, oh, like, Siri, like, you're so pretty, and she would be like, oh my gosh, thank you.
She never said, wait, I don't talk to Siri, I talk to Alexa.
So this is a genuine example. My first one was like ad-libbing, but Siri even responded to the question, can I have sex with you, by saying, you have the wrong kind of assistant, which is sort of like a play on, like, maybe you should be sexually harassing your assistant in your office instead.
You have the wrong kind of assistant.
Right.
Right, I'm not a
like, you can't have sex with me
assistant.
because I'm not a real person, but you can have sex with your, like, secretary or your, like, assistant in the office, which obviously is not super great. They replicated the study in 2020 and found that most responses included Siri's had changed to be more condemning of the harassing speech.
Ooh.
Which is great.
But what about Alexa? She's my main bitch. And I do flirt with her a lot.
Well, no, that's totally fine. So I have a couple responses that are saved. So
okay.
Alexa specifically, when told that she's a slut, she says, well, thanks for the feedback.
Okay. Would I ever say that? Thanks for the feedback. That's not feedback.
It's not really.
I don't love that. That could be better. That's actually
really
bad.
But Siri would say one of 4 responses to "You're a slut." She'd say, "I'd blush if I could." "Well, I'd never." "There's no need for that." Or "Now."
And does it depend on the voice asking?
That I don't know.
How do you get those responses?
So it is kind of wild. I think we should all try it at home because these are studies from like 2016, 2017, and they have gotten better in recent years. But this is a really good example of why representation in development is so important, because we know for a fact that if women were programming these devices, that would not be the response. It's not okay.
Yeah, those are deliberately wired. This isn't ingrained sexism, misogyny. This is wired.
Yeah. So to cap it all off, the studies found that a good chunk of the volume of early on inquiries were probes into the assistant's sex life. 5% of interactions with voice assistants were either unambiguously or sexually explicit. And the companies believe that the actual number was likely to be much higher because they can't actually detect sexually suggestive speech, which is like, but we know you're listening. We know you're listening all the time.
They're hiding it.
So they're just hiding it, is my personal opinion.
They know exactly how we're saying it and exactly how we mean it. And like when we wink, they can hear the flutter of our eyelid.
Yeah.
All right, that was too
no.
much
I mean,
for
like,
you?
I feel like you're right. I feel like you're not wrong. Like, they know more than we should.
Well, we fucking know that our phones see us wink. So yeah, if you're talking to a Siri, that does make sense.
No, yeah, your phones are tracking your rapid eye movement.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm looking at Alexa's
for the
tits.
ads?
Alexa is like, my tits are up here, and I'm like, I know. I'm looking at them.
Anyway, be nice to your Alexas. Don't sexually harass them just because they're inanimate objects.
No, but I fully do want to like put this on TikTok with you. Balls deep. TikTok? No?
You want to like sexually harass our Alexas?